What's going on, everybody? Geronimo22 coming back with another video. This one's going to be about how to make a custom playbook and make it make sense for you. You need to understand how EA with College Football 25 has changed up their playbook system, all right, and how you can make it work for yourself. But first, let me just explain to you how to make a playbook, and then I'll get into the real tip here in a second. Make sure that when you go and you pick one of your playbooks, whatever it is, let's say it's Air Force, the very first thing you do is you go over to My Game Plan, okay, and you go over and you take the Hail Mary situation, copy it to every other situation, okay, and then go from there. So all of your situations will have these two plays right here. And that's important because when you make your book, those plays are actually invisible, or those formations are invisible to you. And for whatever reason, when you go through and start deleting formations, they get deleted too. You don't want that, okay? So you can delete all of your formations. Now, before the patch, you couldn't delete the goal line formation, but now you can after the patch, so that's a good thing. So you can actually go through and just get rid of all these plays until the playbook is actually empty. All right. So I'm going to pause and come back, and then I'll show you an empty book here in a second. Okay. So when you have a book with no plays, it would be completely blank. So that's pretty cool. It's different than Madden in the past years where you had to keep one or two formations in there. All right. So now this is the part that I think everybody will like once you understand what's going on. So all of these formations, and let's go to shotgun, right? All of these formations are hard coded into the game the way you see them. So stack Y off weak is the first formation in shotgun, no matter when you select it. First, last, third, doesn't matter. So what do I mean by that? Well, let's explain what used to happen in old Maddens. If you selected stack Y off, selected a play, and then went down to, let's say, wing X off. What would happen is these two formations would show up in your playbook as the first formation and the second formation. Then I can go back up to, let's go back up to doubles, flex, weak swap, and let's put one of these in there. Now your third formation, so on and so forth, right? Now it's not built that way, okay? It's actually built the way that, let me get rid of this real quick. It's actually built that these formations are in their order no matter when you select them. So for what you want to do in order to make a playbook that to me makes sense, and you can kind of choose whatever direction you want to go in. I like to do my playbook by formation type. I think most people do. So 2x2, 3x1, empty, right? Let's say that. So let's make a quick playbook so you can see what I'm talking about. I'm going to go through and just find a good 2x2 formation that I would like. Now, the bad thing is that as I skip over all these other formations, I'm not going to be able to come back to them in my mind because I know that they're going to be above this formation. So I want that first formation in my book. Hopefully, I don't have to go too far. Here goes an example: doubles halfback weak. So that'll be the first formation because I'm going to now keep on going down and find another 2x2 formation that I can use. Okay. Let's go with spread flex. Okay. So that's my second formation. Now let's look for a 3x1 formation. Okay. We have tray open, halfback strong. Great. All right. So let's take this one. Right. This is a 3x1 formation, really 4x1. All right. Let's go find some more 3x1 formations. Right. Bunch wide. Okay. Let's take that one. All right. Now let's go try to find maybe something else that you can use as an empty formation. And this is just a very small example, but what I'm doing here, as you see, I'm skipping by formations, and I'm not going to technically be able to come back to them, the ones that I'm skipping over. So that's the bad part of doing this process. You're probably going to skip some formations that you love, but to me, it's worth it to go find order in your playbook, to have order in your playbook, I should say. So let's go with like empty wide tray, right? That's one empty formation. Okay, I know there's a bunch of empty formations here at the bottom of this book. All right, and then let's go with like empty base trio. Okay, so when I look at my playbook, here's the good part of doing this. All right, when I look at this list, in the past, it used to be that I needed to remember which formation was in which order. Now it's really here for you. So doubles, halfback week, spread flex. As you look at it, you know it's in the right order. Okay. Now, also, if you needed to add a play into the playbook, you can now also understand that wherever you pick this play, it's going to fall hardcore into the spot of where it is here in this list. So if I wanted to say, oh, hey, there was another 2x2 that I really wanted, right? As long as I select it before I started my 3x1 process, I'll be fine. Okay. So let's say like tight Y off. I'm going to add that in because I want a 2x2 um, play where it's a little bit spaced out differently. Hold on one second. Let's go back. Oh, tight Y off was before my fault. Tight Y off was before doubles halfback week. So it's at the top. All right. So let's say we get rid of that. All right. I want to put it behind which one? So spread flex. So what I'm gonna do is go over here, back to shotgun, find the formation, spread flex. I guess it was a little further down than I remembered. All right, so spread flex is here. So now is there any 2x2 tight sets that I can find before I actually went into tray open halfback strong? This was the next one that I chose. Okay. Let's move this one out. Right. And let's go with tight flex here. Okay, now I'm going to go look for another 3x1 play to kind of, take the spot of the other one. Let's use Y off trips nasty. So let's look at this real quick. Now I have double halfback weak, spread flex, tight flex, bunch wide, Y off trip nasty, and then I have 2 empty sets. All right, so let's save this real quick. Let's take a look at it. I'm going to call it test. All right, so let's go on to our field now and take a look. All right. I called it test. All right, let's go. So I think this is going to be great for you guys just to kind of understand it. You kind of, you could play with it today, get a chance to understand. But here goes doubles halfback week, spread flex, tight flex, bunch wide, Y off trip nasty, empty Y tray, empty base trio. Okay. So since now that you understand that, you can go make your playbooks and at least have some sort of order. Maybe you don't even want to do it by formation type. Maybe you just do it by your favorite formations that you want to call, your top formations. Hopefully they're not, they're not at the bottom of that list because then you're not going to be able to have a lot of formations, but just go down and understand that that's the order that they're going to be in. So it makes sense to you. Okay. All right. If you guys have any questions, comments, concerns, just leave them in the comment section below. I'll talk to you later. Peace.